February of 2016, we collected items of history and importance to each group to put back inside, and they're shrink wrapped, so hopefully they'll keep in better shape than the ones that we took out. We have some items and pictures of what was taken out and what we're putting in on display here, so everybody come take a look. Today we're replacing the time capsule in the cornerstone of this building, with many thanks to Jeff Hartley and his construction company for both removal and today's replacement. D.A.R chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution was founded October 14, 1896, just 6 years after the national organization in Washington, D.C., with 15 founding members from local families. A building fund was started in 1908, and in October 1920, land on Linden Street was donated by Mrs. Sally Andrews, chapter treasurer. The ladies raised all the money needed, oversaw the architect and building, and included local history in the fireplace stone, which Bill's going to talk about, taken from the Kintz property, the site where British and American forces camped in Exeter the night before the Wyoming Massacre. The chapter sold the building to Valley Masonic Chapter 499 in November 1968. We thank the Masons for allowing us to remove the time capsule in 2016, 94 years and 2 floods later, for our 120th anniversary. We hope to continue our service organization goals to promote educational, historic, and patriotic activities. Anyone who is a descendant of someone who participated in any way in the Revolutionary War is eligible to become a D.A.R. or S.A.R. member. We will soon welcome remarks by Dr. Lewis. Then the Masons will take over the program. Dr. William Lewis serves as Commissioner of the Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission since 2011 and chairs the Commission's State Marker Selection Committee. He's past board president of the Luzerne County Historical Society, past president of the Northeast Chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, an officer in the Wyoming Commemorative Association, and on many other boards. He's also a member of Landmark Masonic Lodge. I left out many of his other accomplishments, or else we'd be here all day. Bill, the floor is yours.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome to the ladies of the D.A.R., my Masonic brethren, and the guests who've assembled here. This is a very significant moment. You've gathered here to prepare to replace the building's cornerstone and to set into place new items in the time capsule, which will share with future generations the memories, the information, the artifacts, and ideals of this moment in time with the people who will again open this time capsule, the cornerstone, generations from now. Years from now, just like what we're doing at this particular moment, people will gather at that point to unseal your gift to the future, to learn more about the history of this remarkable building and the story of the amazing organizations that have used this place to benefit the community. You are doing right now to those in the future what those who went before you did. You are gifting to them a moment in time and an opportunity to learn about what was important to those who lived in 2017. Now, the idea of marking the corner of a building with a cornerstone is a very ancient practice that pays tribute to the fact that all stones in the building typically needed to be constructed in reference to a single important building block. In ancient Greece, an animal was often sacrificed on the new cornerstone of a building. In very ancient Japan, it's said that a human being was often buried alive under the starting cornerstone of a building. Let's hope we can avoid that here today. That's why my speech is really short, because sometimes it was somebody who spoke for too long. But I think the Masonic version of a cornerstone dedication using grain, wine, and oil is certainly a far more elegant and definitely a calmer way to signify the importance of a cornerstone in a building. Time capsules have also been used many times as an important part of a cornerstone dedication. In 1795, Massachusetts Masonic Grand Master Paul Revere set the cornerstone containing a time capsule into the soon-to-be Massachusetts State House in the presence of none other than Governor Samuel Adams. One of the earliest known uses of both a cornerstone and a time capsule together in one unit. Combining the key building stone of a new building with a time capsule to share with those in the future is a terrific idea. A wonderful combination of ceremony and history. And frankly, it's not unlike the combination you find in this building. The combination of what was once a D.A.R. meeting hall with the present use of a Masonic hall. You have the D.A.R., an organization that works every day to carry forward the history, the ideals, and the heritage of the patriots who established this nation. And it's not surprising to find that many of the great patriots of the Revolution were not only working to build a new nation, but they were also Freemasons, who used their Masonic ideals and tenets together with their Masonic friendships to further the cause of American liberty. Patriots like George Washington, Ben Franklin, Thomas Paine, John Hancock, Paul Revere, and the patriot who oversaw the very first Masonic ceremonies here in Wyoming Valley, General John Sullivan. Yes, Freemasonry in northeastern Pennsylvania was really brought here as a result of the American Revolution, when a military Masonic Lodge meeting was held during Sullivan's army encampment in Wilkes-Barre as the troops prepared for the famed Sullivan's March. It seems to me that when the usefulness of this building as a D.A.R. meeting hall was no longer practical, the D.A.R. chapter could not have found a better or more suitable successor to occupy this space than the Masonic Lodge. Built by the hard work of so many D.A.R. women who toiled endlessly to raise the funds needed to construct this building, a place now in the hands of the Masonic brothers whose fraternal ancestors fought, advocated, and often suffered for the revolutionary cause that defines the heritage and principles of the Daughters of the American Revolution. As you place these and seal the time capsule and cornerstone today, filled with both D.A.R. and Masonic items, thoughts, artifacts, and information for a future generation, know that while you place these here today as a gift to the future, the real and even more enduring contribution to the future are the traditions, the ceremonies, the philosophy, and the wonderful heritage that both of your organizations seek to share and preserve with our society each and every day. Your daily work and efforts for our community, state, and nation are as enduring as any time capsule and as solid and sturdy as any building block. At the moment when many question the importance of our history and really the remnants of our history, you are sharing your proud heritages and giving a real gift to those who will follow you in the future. Congratulations to all of you who have worked so hard together to preserve and foster our great American experience. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Westmaster of Valley Lodge number 499, I have absolutely nothing prepared. All I know is, I know I'm probably not going to be around when they take this out, but I hope we'll be put in there that future generations get the enjoyment we got out of it when we opened it. And we want to thank Barbara and the D.A.R. for allowing us to be a part of this, and it's our honor and privilege to be here in Paul.
Good afternoon. My name is David Merrithew. I'm the District Deputy Grand Master of the 59th Masonic District. I represent the Grand Master of Pennsylvania, Brother Raymond T. Dietz, and on his behalf, I thank all of you for being here, Daughters of the American Revolution. Mr. Lewis, for your fine presentation and your kind words that you have to say about our fraternity. Well spoke, sir. Well spoke. Thank you for having us. It's an honor for the Pennsylvania Freemasons to join today with the Daughters of the American Revolution in preparing and setting this time capsule. And I thank you very much for having me here this afternoon.
And we do have to thank Jeff Hartley Construction for their work and what they're about to do today for us, and coming out last year to take it out. And Jeff, we thank you for that. All right. Take that back out. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. That was in there. That'll work. We do have a Masonic plate we're going to be putting in, but it's going to be in pieces. It's going to be in downstairs. He's going to frame the back side of it, and that's going to sit on top of it. So it will be in there. Okay? Yeah. Be careful with the plate, don't break it.
This chapter was organized in 1896, and they decided, they used to meet in people's houses, and they decided they grew so much that they needed their own building. And so in 1908, they started a building fund, and they had land donated, and by 1922, they built this hall. They kept it and maintained it until 1968 when they sold it to the Masonic Lodge. We actually found a paper that said list of stuff in the cornerstone of the time capsule. I hadn't heard anything about it before that. So I think when they decided, they dedicated the building, they decided they were going to put in information from their whole group, and they had newspaper articles from that day, and they put in coins, and they put lists of the regents and some of their history, and a flag and a Bible, and I found this list that had it all there, and we thought, well, maybe we should pull that out. It's flooded twice, so we thought maybe it'd be good if we got it out and saw what there was in there. So this was our 120th anniversary year in 2016, so that's when we decided we'd take it out. And then we decided that maybe we'll put it back in, and the Masons would put something pertinent to them, and we put in basically the same kind of information that the ladies had put in 1922. We even put the lists of what they had in there in 1922, so it's almost like it's going to be time capsule on time capsule. Most of the items were destroyed, but we did put a copy that you could see exactly what was in the old time capsule too. I would really like to thank you for doing some publicity for us, and I really appreciate the Masons letting us do this, because we hadn't really talked about anything for 10, 15, 20 years, so I really appreciated all the time that they spent with that.